Thursday Theater, friends, and it's good to have you with me today. And I've got Chris O'Connor here from Fellowship in Business. Chris, good to have you here.
It's my honor. Thank you so much, Russ. Appreciate it.
Friends, Fellowship in Business is the brainchild of Chris. So I'd like to take a few moments for Chris to tell us about Fellowship in Business here in Orange County. Chris?
Well, it started almost 3.5 years ago as a New Year's resolution. I wanted to meet successful people. Maybe even being a little selfish, I figured that if I was going to meet successful people, whether I monetize or not, they're successful for a reason, and I could learn something. And I did that for 6 months, and there was a commonality. And the commonality was many of these people are servant leaders, and that made a difference. And so Fellowship in Business was born when we started meeting on a regular basis.
So what's Fellowship in Business done around these meetings?
There's four things that we ask when we go to a meeting. Number one, who are you? Not what are you, because most often we answer the question of what we do instead of who we are. So what are you? Okay, what do you do? How do you give back, if you give back? And then the hard question is, how can we help each other? Because the old, it's a scripture, as iron sharpens iron, so man supports each other. And that's what we in Fellowship in Business aim to do. We aim to help each other.
So that kind of storyline is what these meetings have developed over the last 3 years. And then there came out of this a project. So let's talk about the mobile food pantry. And Chris, tell us about Fellowship in Business and the mobile food pantry.
Well, you have to basically take action. I believe that there's one thing to talk. You can talk the game, but how are you gonna walk it? One of the reasons that I wanted to meet successful people, because I was going through transition at that point, and there was a certain runway. And the fact of the matter is, I personally had to use a food bank. And after using the food bank once, I realized, first of all, from an operations finance standpoint, there's a better way to do this. So I immediately started helping. And after helping for 2 years with a food bank, I created my own. And this mobile pantry came about where for $500 we can feed, we can get 10,000 pounds of food. From Second Harvest and other sources. But,
wow.
10,000 pounds for $500, you talk about efficiency.
Yes.
And your typical food bank, people come and they're handed a bag of groceries. Here, there's a lot more dignity. They can select their own fruits and vegetables. And they're not getting just a bag of groceries. They're getting food for well over a week, maybe 2 weeks. Because people, they're not just homeless people. People have a choice. They can either pay their rent or buy food. Pay their mortgage or buy food. All of us know somebody in need. And I'm just here to help make a difference, and that's what Fellowship in Business Food Pantry does every month. And we collaborate with other nonprofits.
Yes, I know that.
So it's just been awesome. It's been 2.5 years, going strong.
And it is awesome, friends. It's just amazing to understand the principle about the power of one person's intentionality to bring about an idea that has brought other leaders to the game of influence for good. Our Thursday Theater story is constantly telling about this give back, the professional and the personal story of a human being. And Chris, you're a wonderful example of telling that story. It's good to have you with us this morning.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Friends, good to have you with us on Thursday Theater, and we shall meet again next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.